MC goes to her to check to see if she was okay. He uses observation and sees that Seo-yoon has leveled up and received a skill called Absolute Shield. He tells Seo-yoon, and she activates the skill with the barrier around him. The mean guy starts to relentlessly attack them as he tries to break the barriers, and our MC attempts to kill the boss so he can level up. He breaks the barrier but is too late. Our MC gets the last hit on the boss, but he explains that the portal opens 20 to 30 minutes after the boss is defeated. Our MC remains calm and tells him he was aiming for a level up. The skill he receives from leveling up is called Connection Gacha, that allows him to load the stats and talent from a randomly selected person recorded in the true universe. He uses the skill and is given a random card. His body is then surrounded by light. Not knowing what is going on, the murderer tries to kill him before anything happens, but the attack is stopped, and he's pushed back by the MC's counterattack. MC looks at his status window and we see that he is now overpowered. He now has the stat and skills of Lu Bufengxia, a Chinese military general and warlord that lived in the Han dynasty. Even his master of arms turned into Lu Bu's weapon. The murderer tries to taunt our MC, but he is not fazed, showing off a terrifying aura, making the murderer panic. But he still goes to attack MC again. His attack is blocked, and his weapons are shattered. With that, MC finishes him off, telling him to repent in hell after defeating him. MC wonders whether he's an S rank or even an SS rank since he managed to defeat an A rank so easily. But before he gets caught up in his thoughts, he runs to check up on Seo-yoon. As he checks her condition, a spirit appears behind him, saying she probably used excessive internal energy and is showing signs of chi berserk. Surprised by the presence of the spirit explains that MC was the one to call him to the present, and says his name is Lu Bufengxian, who tells them that her injuries aren't that serious. All he has to do is infuse internal energy in her life gateway pressure point. MC does as he's told and Seo-yoon's condition gets better. Things settle and Seo-yoon thanks MC for bringing him out. He says his time is up and asks to be summoned again, and they say their goodbyes. He sits there in the aftermath of the battle, thinking if only he was faster he could have saved his fallen teammates. Suddenly, a notification pops up, saying a part of Fengxian's ability will remain in his body, and we see his stats increase. He obtained a new skill. The portal opens, and MC exits the dungeon carrying Seo-yoon, only seeing two of them exiting. The guildmaster yells to get Seo-yoon medical care, and he prepares to get the bad news. MC gives the guildmaster his report, tells him about the murders, and shows him the footage from the dungeon camera. The guildmaster blames himself for not recognizing the signs sooner, but MC tries to comfort him. The guildmaster quickly comes to the conclusion that the other deaths were also due to it. MC considers telling the guildmaster about his item but decides not to, thinking it will endanger the lives of himself and those who are. They decide to end the meeting, and MC heads home. When home, he takes a deep look at the skill he acquired. He sees a drop-down arrow on the info and connection gacha. Under the drop-down, it is a guaranteed gacha skill, allowing him to load the stats and abilities of any mana user he has met, including Fengxian and two of the dwarves. However, the latter cost way too much for our MC. Noticing the other dwarves aren't there, he realizes that he has to meet them personally and know their names for them to be registered. He figures out that to make good use of this ability, he needs to meet more mana users and raise his mana capacity. He uses the rest of his mana on his info gacha, but gets nothing. Nope, nothing at all. So he waits till midnight because in this world, mana refills at the start of every day. Once his mana is refilled, he uses the connection gacha, but it was unlike the last time when he drew an epic hero. This time he received the card of someone with stats lower than his own. His name is Liu Shan, and MC recognizes him as the incompetent person who ruined the Han dynasty. Like before, a spirit of him appears. MC is disappointed by this and walks away as the spirit is talking to him. Liu Shan demands MC to take a look at his talent. Good luck level 2. MC finally realizes the ability is good for gambling and proceeds to use the info gacha. On his first try, he pulls out a golden capsule and praises Liu Shan. The capsule tells the time and places a dungeon will form, along with the info that there is a chance to get a skill stop. MC asks why spirits show him so much goodwill and what the afterlife is like, but Liu Shan says he is mistaken. He's not the real Liu Shan that lived, but a fake persona of him created by the information recorded in the real universe. MC realizes the true meaning of his abilities and talent, which is communication level 3. Liu Shan tells him that he is basically Liu Shan's creator, also saying since his skill was a gift, it would obviously have goodwill in it. Before leaving, he tells MC that no matter who he calls on, they'll try their best to help him. The next day at work, the guildmaster tells his staff he'll be disbanding the guild due to the death of the entire combat team. He explains that it's not only more expensive to recruit new members, but due to the number of deaths in the guild recently, nobody is dumb enough to accept their offer. Later, while in conversation, the former guildmaster asks MC if he plans to live as a mana user. MC says yes, and the guildmaster tells him to be careful. He then hands MC a folder of documents so he can attend an academy to get the basic training he needs. The guildmaster switches the topic and tells him they found out he was a member of the Karma Guild, the largest multinational guild. However, they act more like a cult than anything, and he tells MC again to be careful. He thanks MC for his hard work and wishes him the best. The next day, we see MC and Liu Shan after losing to the Info Gacha, since the good luck skill is level 2 and not level 3. They can't be guaranteed to always win. Liu Shan tells him to roll the connection gacha tomorrow so he can get stronger. The next day comes around and he does just that. We find our MC in front of the academy. He updated his mono watch, and we can see how strong he has become, mostly due to the Master of Arms and the gold card he received last night. She was a female knight that MC has never heard of, and Seo-Yoon calls out to him, asking if he's okay after the incident. Our MC says he is fine, and they remember how she used to run to get a good seat when he was a pro gamer. As they walk together, Seo-Yoon stalks, and MC thinks she's suspicious of him because of what happened in the dungeon. But to his surprise, she just wanted to clean his jacket. He's thankful that she didn't bring up the subject, and they continue to the academy. Hermana users, to enter the dungeon, they are required to receive 1 month of compulsory education. Users that are part of a guild receive education from their guild, but those who aren't receive it through the user academy. Those who are part of a guild would get more personal training, while the academy isn't as individualized and is more group-focused. In their test room, we see it's filled with many mana users who are trying to join the academy. On the stage, an instructor says the admission test will now begin. He says they have to hit the bear as hard as they can, and if they get 30 points, they pass. He then calls up a confident bald extra. With all his might, he strikes the bear, but he gets 27 points and fails. Baldy tries to complain, saying the machine was broken, but the instructor hits it, getting an 88. He then tells the next applicant to come up. As they go up, most fail, but some pass. Until it's Seo-Yoon's turn. She kicks the bear and scores a 67, impressing the entire room. The instructor looks her up and wonders why she's at the academy when she has a lot of offers from big kilns. MC congratulates her and steps up for his turn. He is told to begin and winds up his kicks. His game level 2 talent activates, doubling his stats. He hits the bear and knocks it back, shocking the instructor. He scored a 91 and passes. Everyone is shocked because he is 6 under the all-time high score. 1 month later, we see the guild leader being hounded by a scouter trying to get information on the Sant so they can try to recruit her. One of the scouts sees a document about the academy and leaves the room. He makes a call to tell someone to send a scout to the academy. Back at the academy in the first week, they learn monster theory. The second week is weapons training. In the third week, they take emergency drills, and in the last week, they do joint training. On the last day of class, they are tested to see if they can graduate. On the second to last day of class, Seo-Yoon is taking a walk but is interrupted by a guild scout. He tries to talk to her but she runs away, saying she is not going to join. Seo-Yoon finds a place to hide, but a man creeps up from behind and introduces himself as a member of the Ramgar. But Seo-Yoon is expected, so she runs away and declines to speak with any of the scouts. She finally gets away and has a seat by herself. She complains about the attention and wonders why she doesn't take an offer, but Seo-Yoon replies by saying she'll do as she likes. As she's about to ask him what his plans are for after the academy, they are interrupted by a large man whose name is Kang Hae-shik. He's nervous and excited about the final exam. He asks our MC if he wants to have a mock battle with him, but our MC declines. But Kang Hae-shik says they can use Mana Virtual, a magical VR tool that allows the user to train and spar in a virtual space. But there lies the issue because of his game talent. His stats are doubled in VR. If he gets too used to fighting in VR, he'll feel frustrated with his real stats. He complains that there is nobody for him to duel, but Seo-Yoon challenges him, giving off a menacing aura. He is excited since she always said no to sparring, but she tells him it's because she is stressed out in VR. Seo-Yoon punches Kang Hae-shik in his face. This sends him flying. He thinks she's trying to kill him, but since it's VR, she continues the fight. Kang Hae-shik decides to fight back and rushes to strike Seo-Yoon, but she dodges and counterattacks, kicking him. MC is surprised that Kang Hae-shik is taking her blows well. She breaks free for a moment, but Seo-Yoon rushes back in for an uppercut, securing the victory. What will happen next? Find out next time by staying tuned for our future recaps. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more great recaps.